Resilience Rising, a tale of redemption. In a secluded village cradled by rolling emerald hills and dense forests, life unfolded at a gentle pace. The air hummed with birdsong and the rustle of leaves, painting a picture of tranquility that belied the struggles beneath the surface. Among the villagers were Lila and Rohan, a young couple bound by love but burdened by hardship. Lila, with her radiant smile, dreamed of a simple life, raising a family under the sprawling banyan tree outside their modest home. Rohan, a tireless worker, toiled in fields and took odd jobs, yet their meager earnings barely covered necessities. Despite the grind, they clung to hope, believing better days awaited. Their fragile optimism wavered when Lila learned she was pregnant. Initial joy, a shared embrace, and Rohan's vow to provide gave way to stark reality. A new child meant another mouth to feed, stretching their resources to the breaking point. Meals became scarce, debts mounted, and each day brought fresh challenges. Rohan worked grueling hours, borrowed from neighbors, and exhausted every option, but the weight of their poverty deepened. Lines of worry etched his face, and sleepless nights plagued him with fears of failing Lila and their unborn child. One evening, drained from a punishing day, Rohan sat by the dim glow of a kerosene lamp. Lila, sensing his turmoil, rested a hand on his shoulder. "What's wrong?" she asked softly. His voice cracked as he admitted, "We can't keep going like this. Lila, I'm out of ideas." Her heart sank, but she squeezed his hand. "We'll find a way, together." Yet doubt gnawed at Rohan. Desperation birthed a dark font, one he recoiled from. Underground auctions, whispered about in the village, where the desperate sold possessions, or worse, themselves, for survival. The idea of selling Lila crept into his mind, a grotesque notion that promised relief but tore at his soul. Could he sacrifice her for a better life for their child? The guilt was crushing, but poverty's grip was relentless. For days, Rohan wrestled with the idea, convincing himself it was a selfless act. If a wealthy buyer took Lila, perhaps she and their child would escape hardship. He loathed himself for considering it, but desperation clouded his judgment. When he finally confessed his plan, his voice trembled. "It's our only chance," he said, avoiding her gaze. Lila recoiled, horror washing over her. "How could you?" she cried, tears streaming. "We promised to face everything together." Rohan's resolve hardened, his despair drowning out her pleas. "I'm doing this for you, for our baby," he insisted, though his words rang hollow. Lila fell silent, fear and betrayal swirling within her. What awaited her at the auction? Would her child be safe? A flicker of hope lingered, whispering that fate might intervene. The auction night arrived, cloaked in an unnatural stillness. Held in a dilapidated barn on the village's edge, the event was shrouded in secrecy. Its weathered walls groaned under moonlight seeping through cracked beams, casting eerie shadows. Inside, flickering lanterns illuminated rows of chairs filled with shadowed figures, their faces obscured by scarves or hats. Lila stood backstage, her heart pounding, hands clutching her faded sari. She felt exposed, her dreams reduced to a transaction. Rohan hovered nearby, his guilt palpable, his fingers twisting his shirt as he avoided her gaze. The auctioneer, a wiry man with cold eyes, stepped onto the makeshift stage, his voice devoid of warmth. "Tonight, we offer a young woman, healthy and expecting, a rare opportunity," he announced, his smoke chilling the air. Lila was led to the stage, the lantern's glow amplifying her trembling form. She kept her eyes down, unable to face the predatory stares. Bids began low, 3,000 rupees. Then 4, each offer a dagger to her spirit. The crowd's murmurs grew, their greed palpable as the price climbed to 10,000, then 15. Lila's mind drifted to memories of laughter with Rohan under the banyan tree, now a distant dream. The bids reached 20,000 when a figure emerged from the shadows, parting the crowd with quiet authority. Dressed in simple elegance, her presence commanded respect. Without raising her voice, she declared, 50,000 rupees. The barn fell silent, stunned by the sum. Even the auctioneer faltered, his gavel frozen midair. Rohan's jaw dropped, torn between relief and suspicion. Who was this woman? The auctioneer recovered, slamming the gavel to seal the bid. Lila braced for the worst, expecting cruelty or exploitation. But the woman approached, her voice soft. "I'm Anika," she said, offering a hand. "You're safe now." Lila hesitated, hope flickering amidst her fear. Anika's sincerity was disarming, a stark contrast to the barn's malice. As they moved toward the exit, the auctioneer protested. "You can't just take her." Anika turned, her gaze piercing. "I've paid your price," she said, holding up a stack of cash. "But this isn't about ownership. It's about freedom." Her words silenced the room, shaming some into leaving. Rohan stepped forward, desperation in his voice. "That money, it's ours!" Anika's eyes narrowed. "You sold her for money? After all you've put her through?" Rohan crumpled under her words. Guilt overwhelming him, Lila glanced back, her expression a mix of sorrow and resolve, then followed Anika out. The cool night air was a balm after the barn's stifling dread. Anika led her to a waiting car, wrapping a blanket around her shoulders. "You're going somewhere safe," she promised. As the car pulled away, Lila's tears fell, not of despair. Run by Anika's organization, it offered refuge to survivors of exploitation. Softly lit rooms and cozy furnishings welcomed Lila, a stark contrast to her village's harsh realities. At first, she struggled, haunted by memories of the auction and Rohan's betrayal. Nightmares woke her, but the safe house's kindness, shared meals, gentle conversations grounded her. Anika visited often, her presence a steady anchor. One afternoon, in the garden's jasmine-scented air, Lila confided, "Why did this happen to me? Why did Rohan do it?" Anika's response was gentle but firm. "His choices don't define you. Your strength does." Lila began to heal, finding solace in embroidery classes where she wove intricate patterns, each stitch a step toward reclaiming herself. Her pregnancy progressed, and Anika ensured regular medical care, easing Lila's fears. She named her unborn daughter Sana, meaning radiance, a symbol of hope. Back in the village, the auction's exposure sparked outrage. Authorities raided the barn, arresting organizers and exposing the community's complicity. Rohan, shunned by neighbors, vanished, his whereabouts a mystery. Some said he sought work elsewhere. Others believed shame drove him away. His absence left a void, but the village began to change, with women demanding safer spaces. Lila thrived at the safe house, bonding with other survivors. Their shared stories forged a sisterhood, and Lila's embroidery became a source of pride. When Sana was born, her cries filled the safe house with joy. Holding her daughter, Lila felt a love stronger than any pain she'd endured. She became a mentor, sharing her journey to inspire others. "You're not alone," she'd tell new arrivals, her words echoing her own healing. Years later, Lila spoke publicly, advocating against trafficking and empowering survivors. Sana grew into a vibrant child, her laughter a testament to their new life. Under the safe house's banyan tree, Lila told her daughter, "Your name means radiance because you light up my world." Sana, clutching her mother's hand, vowed to help others too. Lila's journey, from betrayal to triumph, proved that even in the darkest moments, resilience could shine through, illuminating a path to hope.